It's Deidre.
Hello, it is Deidre, and today we're going to try something new. We're going to head over to a little subreddit called r/makemychoice. Without further ado, struggling to rebuild trust after being emotionally abusive. Is it over? Should we break up? My female 27 partner, male 26, and I have been struggling for a while now. I used to be emotionally abusive and manipulative in our relationship, often out of fear of abandonment and unresolved trauma. One of the worst things I did was tell him I would harm myself if he left me. I deeply regret this, and now I recognize how much damage my actions caused. I have been actively working on myself through therapy, self-reflection, and learning to take accountability. That is so good. However, my partner still struggles to feel safe with me. He recently told me that he wishes he could erase the past 1.5 years, because then he would want to be with me. He said he doesn't know if he can ever forgive me because he has never been able to forgive his father for being abusive. He also feels like forgiving me would mean losing his self-respect. Today, we had a fight that left us both feeling extremely triggered. He asked me what was wrong because he noticed I was shutting down. I wasn't fully aware of it at first, but I was feeling anxious because he mentioned having stomach pain. Instead of admitting my feelings, I said it was nothing. He got frustrated because he felt like I was lying, and the conversation escalated into an argument. Eventually, we both ended up feeling horrible. He said he needs time for himself and is going to stay with his mother for a bit. At this point, I don't know how to fix this. We both want security, but we keep getting caught in the same painful cycles. I want to support his healing, but I don't know if my presence is making it worse. I love him deeply and I want to create a safe, healthy relationship. I just don't know if that's still possible. Is there hope for us? What can I do to rebuild safety and trust? TLDR, I was emotionally abusive in my relationship due to unresolved trauma, and I deeply regret it. My partner struggles to feel safe with me and doesn't know if he can ever forgive me. Today, we had a triggering fight and now he's taking space. We both want security, but we keep getting stuck in painful cycles. I want to support his healing and rebuild trust, but I don't know how. Is there hope for us? Well, this is a hard one because trust, as I've said before, is one of those things you don't want to lose. Once you lose it, it is very, very hard to build it back, especially when it puts the person who was struggling with your behavior in a position to be vulnerable again with you. Not good. Perhaps with couples therapy, there can be some progress, but I also don't blame her partner, male 26, if he decides to walk away because this is not a battle that he wants to fight. Chances are he was fighting this battle long before we came to this point, and it was probably a very lonely road. It's good that she recognized the toxicity of her behavior, but at this point, I would say, let partner take the wheel and let him make the decision. If you truly care about him and respect him and love him and want to regain some of that trust, the best thing you can do is respect what he chooses. If he chooses to walk away from this situation, take the L, let it be. That shows change. That shows that you have actually done the work to not desire to control or manipulate this person. You are giving him his freedom back when you make the decision to let him decide for himself what he's gonna do and respect it subsequently. You're gonna fight. Like if you're still together, how she mentions that they both got triggered, like that's what your fights are gonna be like for the vast majority, if not the rest of your relationship. That's what your fights are gonna be like because there's so much pain attached to simply being together. You're not gonna not necro those feelings even if it's just small issues that you are facing together. It's trauma, that's what it is. He asked me what was wrong because he noticed I was shutting down. I wasn't even fully aware of it at first, but I was feeling anxious because he mentioned having stomach pain. Did him saying he had stomach pain trigger her into feeling those abandonment thingies? I don't know. All that matters is they both ended up feeling horrible. And now, boyfriend. Oh, I should also note It sounds like due to this argument, boyfriend now would like to take some space. Because it is highly likely that the behavior that went on that he witnessed in her was an indication to him that she actually hasn't figured out the problem. And she may not be aware of that. Just because you're going to therapy and, just because you have learned tools to overcome and, transcend those struggles doesn't mean that the struggles aren't there anymore. And that's okay. Like, that's how it works. But as far as trying to maintain a relationship where someone has seen those struggles in the raw without any reins, that person will still go through the pain of, witnessing those things. And whatever you say to them, like, it's gonna hurt. Like, it hurts. Even if you catch yourself later on and say sorry, it still takes them down that roller coaster again that they're so used to. They've gotten so used to this roller coaster of your emotions and how you deal with things that even if you start going down that slope and then catch yourself, that person still went down that slope with you. And yes, it is triggering, and also it's still traumatic. It's like necroing that same trauma again, and that's not fair to your partner. Partner deserves health. Going down those, roller coaster hills with you damages health, damages the other person's health. So to answer her question, what can I do to rebuild safety and trust? Like I said, all you can do and all you should do is let him decide if he wants to fight this battle. And if he chooses not to, you need to let him walk away and respect it. Move forward and apply everything that you learned in therapy to a future relationship. Take care of that relationship. None of what you've done is in vain. It was for you. So go forth and apply it. You will always still have that opportunity no matter what partner chooses to do.
Yeah!